where the World Cup starts and also where it ends with the final on July the 11th. Soccer City here in Soweto is in many ways the centrepiece for the entire tournament. And one man who's been involved in building this stadium since the very beginning is Bob van Bever, who's the chief architect on the project. Bob, you're going to show us around the stadium, but perhaps you could start by explaining what's behind the distinctive outside design of the stadium.
It's an African pot, or a calabash as many people call it. It's round in shape, it's variegated in colour, and it has pattern making on it, which is important in African culture. Each pot has a story, either of the maker or the user, and the story here is the road to the final.
So it looks pretty much like the stadium could be played in now.
Yes, it's almost ready. The field is in about a month's time will be playable, and the stands are all done. The seats are ready. We've got some external works that we still need to finish up during the months of January, February. But yes, it's pretty much ready.
And this isn't an entirely new stadium, is it? I mean, most of it is obviously new, but there are some parts which came from the stadium before.
Yes, there was quite a bit of historical relevance to the old stadium, and you can see on the western side where the leading edges of the seating tiers are painted out dark grey, and that's actually the old western grandstand that we've retained. And it was important for us to keep portions of the stadium because it was the venue that hosted Nelson Mandela when he came out, gave his first speech when he came out of prison. It was the venue of Oliver Tambo's funeral, and it was the venue of Chris Harney's funeral as well. And from a footballing point of view, obviously very important that this is the venue where we won the African Nations Cup.
Right, we're sitting now in the seats at the very top, at the very back. I guess the cheap seats in many ways, but the view is still very good. How hard is it when you're designing a stadium like this to make sure that all the 89,000 people who are going to be in here can enjoy the game and see everything that's going on?
Critical and hard. We need to make sure the view lines are good, that safety is maintained at all times, and that we get people as close as possible to the field to maintain that intimacy in what is actually a massive stadium. So we need to go through that exercise and testing all of those lines and consulting with the safety guys and what have you, and bringing people very close to the stadium.
So this is a changing room for one of the teams right in the bounds of the stadium?
Yes, we have lockers for 23 players all around the walls. Then on the right hand side over here against the walls we have televisions and flip charts for them to do the analysis.
Yeah.
And then through here we have the change rooms and the office for the player, for the manager. Yes, his own change room and shower. Yeah. Then we have a place here for the massage areas in a private area, and another massage room on the right hand side. Then just next to that we have a kit room, and then behind us over there we have the boot wash. As the players come in, they can get their boots washed, and then we come through here to the actual change rooms and the showers and the wash-hand basins. So we have vanities for wash-hand basins, we have plug-in there for hair dryers for the Italians, and then through on this side we have the communal showers. We've elected not to go for individual showers and baths that read from the client.
Some people would be a bit surprised that the players don't prefer the privacy.
Yes, but you know, it is a team.
This is the players' tunnel which links the dressing rooms to the pitch, and the design of this tunnel is something of a nod to Johannesburg's history.
Yes, it acknowledges Johannesburg's rich gold mining history, and the raw exposed structure and services are there to look exactly like a mine shaft. It's tunneled under the existing building.
And this is the view the players will have when they come out onto the pitch. We're standing right by the corner flag. Bob, you've been involved in the design of this stadium, in the building of this stadium. In an ideal world, who would be in your dream final here on July the 11th?
It's been such an honour to be involved in this project. For me, a dream final, with my Dutch heritage and being born in South Africa, it has to be a Holland South Africa final.
Well, with South Africa's current form, that has to be something of a long shot, but there won't be any shortage of people here in South Africa willing them on.